Hey everybody, tonight we're in the garage. I got my brother here with me, I got my son here with me, and we are going to stick the motor and trans and the body back on my car, put the steering in it, get it a good amount put back together. But I'll show you where we're at. So we have body, motor. I prepped the trans the other night, the trans back there on the table. But we will get the motor and trans bolted together, get it in the frame, and then we'll get the body back on. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Hey.
Yeah. We're gonna do this tonight, and consolidating everything will make a little bit of room in the shop. So I'm gonna do like a time lapse of this, and we're just gonna slam this thing together. So I don't have an engine train, so I just have a strap up in the rafters, and we use a chain hoist to do all of it. The only shitty part is we have to move the car around underneath whatever we're picking up instead of being able to move around what we picked up. So it's a little tricky every once in a while, but it works really well, and it got the job done. So we didn't know, but the flex plate bolt pattern and the torque converter bolt pattern on this 318 and the 727 only line up one way, and it took us a little bit to figure that out, and also to find some fine thread bolts to go in there. But we messed with this for probably half an hour trying to figure out why the heck the bolt holes in the flex plate did not line up with the bolt holes in the torque converter. We finally figured out that it only bolts up one way, but we eventually got all the bolts in it, and we're able to move on. So I'm just buttoning up the steering because I'm going to take this thing off of the dollies sometime this weekend and get it moved to my other garage so that I actually have some room and some extra room to get some work done in the shop. Well, as you can see, we got the motor, trans, drive shaft, body, everything back in the car. I wouldn't have been able to get it done without my brother and Eli's help, but more hindrance than help, but it's always fun to have him in the garage with us. But we'll take a little look at the car and show you what we got done last night. So we've made a lot of progress on this car here in the last, literally like 3 weeks. It was a bare frame and it was in pretty rough shape, but we got a lot of stuff done. Got the suspension, drive shaft, drivetrains all in. There's a lot left to do, but huge step. Huge step. Said I gotta thank my brother a lot for getting me this far. But yeah, once again, like, subscribe. If you enjoy the progress on all these cars, give us a follow. Thanks for watching, guys.